Hello, my name is Luis Andrade. Today, I'm going to tell you about a company, eCare21, that is transforming the way healthcare is provided to senior individuals with chronic conditions. What is the problem today? The problem is that the economics of the healthcare system are not sustainable. The population of 65 plus is growing very quickly at 5% per year, and 2/3 of them have 2 or more chronic diseases. This is leading to very high hospitalization costs, and they're expected to double from $400 billion today to $800 billion by the end of the decade. So we're in dire need to develop a preventive model based on better communications and data analytics to reduce hospitalizations. How does eCare21 do it? It basically provides all the functionalities to be able to provide health care to a senior individual at home. Remote patient monitoring to track the vitals, track the care program, be able to keep the medical records, provide telehealth services, medication management, and care activity logs. And what that allows is to have a seamless transition from the hospital to the home for the physician to be able to make better decisions. We generate intelligent alerts that enable preventive actions, and we generate more revenues and greater efficiency. Now, how does this look like from the point of view of a physician and a patient? The patient has an app, an award-winning app, and several devices that transmit the vital signs, for example, blood pressure meters. And the clinician has a web portal here on the right side that has all the patients that they're taking care of, with the ability to triage and see those patients that are deteriorating on the top, the one that need most attention. And this is done under very high security standards. It meets HIPAA standards, but it allows for the patient to bring in family or friends who take care of them to make sure that the whole circle of care that takes care of a person is able to communicate in order to help them. This is a huge market. We estimate it will be around 66 billion by 2030. And the technology component is about 13 billion, which is where we play. This compares to $800 billion in hospitalization costs. So it's about 8% of hospitalization costs that payers or insurance companies would be willing to pay in order to prevent those hospitalizations. Now, most patients end up in the hospital in a reactive way after a crisis. Then they are discharged, taken to a transition facility. They're treated for 2 or 3 weeks, discharged again, and they go home. This is our focus. Our focus is to onboard the patients when they are in the long-term post-acute transition facility, getting rehabilitation, and then following the patient home to make sure that they recover properly. Today, there's a very high rate of rehospitalizations in this stage, about 20%. That is creating a lot of costs and deteriorating people's quality of life. We're going to market by the hand of 3 existing partnerships, very strong partners, Dell Technologies, the CDC Foundation, and NTT. They give us access to their clients, and they sell our platform as part of their overall virtual health solution. Now, what is the difference between eCare21 and the other players in the market? It is essentially connectivity. eCare21 is able to track many comorbidities with an infinite number of devices. We're device agnostic, and to communicate with all the major electronic medical record systems that exist. The old successful solutions such as Abbott, Dexcom, or ResMed are device and disease specific, but they're also standalone solutions. And to really treat a patient well, we have to see the patient in a holistic way across the continuum of care. We have a very strong team of qualified executives with a lot of experience in startups and technology. And we have a very special group of board members and advisors. Steve Laser is the head of technology for Dell, Dell Healthcare. John Dare is an intellectual leader in the post-acute technology market. He's founded 3 companies, leads many of the organizations in that area. And Jerry Kolosky is an expert in the area of regulation.